All right, so let's see what we have today. So Thursday we had that big drop that left a couple of single prints, tested the low side of the range, and we almost tested that October low, which we then tested on Friday by about, what is it, one tick. I think we got one tick below it. On the RTH we got a little more a little lower during the overnight session, but we couldn't take that overnight session low, and we had a nice rally. On Friday I said that the short-term magnet was gonna be 66.50 to 70, and then there was some I don't know, I can't remember, I think there was some news, and then we ripped higher, and then we ended up testing that 66.70. Pulled back a little bit, but this we left a double distribution and some single prints. Hold on, let me mute this tick strike. That's driving me crazy right now. Okay, so we have a double distribution on Friday. We have single prints around the 6600, and we are trading above Friday's value, but inside the range. So we just tested right that 90-day point of control during the overnight session, but pulling back a little bit. There's a little bit of congestion here because of the weekly pivot. So my scenario for today is, number one is we have 100% long inventory from Friday, meaning that from Friday's settlement all the trading happened right above it. We haven't retested the settlement, which is a 66.20 and 25. I don't know why it's not up here, but here it is, 66.20 and 25. So I'm looking for some inventory correction, which means that this is going to be a magnet to fill that gap to settlement, but because we have value area high right above it, I'm looking for a little bit of support here at that value area high, which is at 66.35 or 34, and 34 and change. So if we get below value area high, then the next level to watch is at 66.20, which will be that target. Now from there we want to see if we just bounce from there and then reject value, then I know that buyers are strong, are in control. If we hesitate here and volatility starts creeping up, then I'm looking for a retest of this single prints, which is also half of this range, right? If you measure that RTH range, that's about half. Actually, half is exactly at 66.08, so a little above the single prints. But if we lose the single print and we start accepting inside the double distribution, the bottom side of the double distribution, I'm looking for a sweep through this area, test of that point of control, and then a test of those lows to attempt to take this overnight low that was pending at 66.25. There's some support here at 6,500, so from here I'm not expecting a crash here. I'm expecting some buyers to show up here around the 64.95, which I mentioned on Friday too. So that's what I'm looking for. Now we have we're seeing this morning. I'm seeing a lot of dip buyers. So every time we pull back a little bit, I see that there's a bounce in price. So buyers are pushing this higher, hopefully they want to take this high from Friday. So the thing is, if we start trading inside this area, I would expect this area to be very choppy. Look at all this. This profile is, we have this resistance here in this area. This couple of pretty significant low volume areas. One here, which also coincide with the this one coincides with the monthly VWAP. So I'm thinking that there's going to be some selling here. Also coincides with the 21 EMA. So this whole area is likely to be choppy. We're likely to see sellers here, and this 20-day point of control, which is right now at 67.60, might shift down here if we keep spending enough time on volume here in this 66.70 area. So that's about it for ES. I don't think we have any news other than there's some auction at 11:30 and a 2-year note at 1 p.m. But tomorrow we have PPI and consumer confidence. There's a bunch of news tomorrow, and but then we have a short week because of Thanksgiving. So usually these short weeks, holiday weeks, are bullish in my experience. So we could see some push into the. Also, we have end of month flows, so we could see some push into this single prints and squeeze some of the shorts. Imagine how many people got short here thinking that we were gonna get lower, and these people are probably a little trapped, and every chance they get, if we get lower, to buy back their shorts, if they're because now it's looking more bullish, they might just take those chances. So I'm thinking it's going to be a little hard for shorts today, and it's Monday, so. Okay, NQ has a very similar structure. The big difference is that it tasted way below that October low, bounced nicely, but similar structure, very similar structure.
Order filled.
Crude, so crude broke that consolidation area. So this right here, the 58.60 is now resistance, which had been support for a little bit. So watch that area. If we get back above that, first target is 58.90, and then that 20-day point of control of 59.70. And gold I rolled over to the G contract just because I wanted to take a trade, and Tasty wouldn't let me on the previous contract, which is expiring soon. So I'm charting the G contract and have this back adjusted chart. We have the monthly and the yearly VWAP right below at 40.80. So watching that area for support, and because we keep making higher lows, I am looking to see if we can take this 41.50 area. If we can test above that, then the target is this swing high at 41, 72 and change. So I'm looking for a little bit of a higher prices on gold. Alright, let's see what we get at the open, and good luck.